Hello there, we are here at the community of Ahwatukee, which is in South Phoenix. We're going to give you a full tour of this community, and it is awesome. It was actually ranked the #1 community to live in the entire Phoenix area. So not just the best part of Phoenix, there's kind of some subdivisions in Phoenix, in the entire Phoenix area, including places like Chandler, Gilbert, Peoria. Ahwatukee was rated #1. We're going to get into why it was rated #1. We're going to take you through this whole community, see if it's a good spot for you to live, and see why it's rated #1. Let's get into it right now. My name is Trevor Bragg, here to give you everything you need to know about living in Phoenix, and obviously today we're in Ahwatukee. If you're thinking of moving to the Phoenix area, I have a free moving to Phoenix guide with everything I wish I knew before I moved to that area. It's 100% free. I've lived here for about 6 years, so I've learned a lot of things. If you want that, just feel free to reach out to me. My email is on the screen and I'll get that over to you. Let's check out Ahwatukee. Let's check out some of these views as you drive through this community, and as you can tell, there are mountain views everywhere. This makes it 100% unique to any other community in the Phoenix area because this one has the most, in my opinion, the best mountain views because of how close you are to them. Right up ahead, a little bit on the right of the screen, that was South Mountain right there. That is a large mountain, and it's the south part of Phoenix, right below downtown Phoenix. So you are below downtown Phoenix. You're probably about 20 minutes south of there, but you do have to go around that big mountain. And just drive through the community, you can see how well kept it is, how nice it is. It's very calm down here, so you basically have that mountain buffer from just about any other community. There are some to the east over there in Chandler, but the biggest draw to me is the mountain views all around, and South Mountain being the largest one and the most famous. It's a great hiking mountain, and it's got the blinkers on it for the airplane, so that makes it stand out a little bit, but you can actually even drive up to the top of the mountain. So if you're into hiking and you're a little bit lazy like myself, you can drive right up to the top of it. This is just one of the normal drives you'll see driving around Ahwatukee. There's plenty of lakes and water throughout, and to me, this is crazy. Just the views you can get around Ahwatukee is quite impressive. Here is the golf course. It is beautiful down there. That's definitely one of the highlights, is the golf course down in Ahwatukee. It's extremely well kept, extremely high end. The homes on the golf course are worth close to millions if they have some great views. Here are some of those larger homes with mountains backing it. So why is Ahwatukee so famous? So the mountains definitely being #1, and then #2, it's outdoor lifestyle. There are tons and tons of hikes around it because you're so close to all these different mountains. There are hiking paths all around. Likely within 5 minutes of your house, you could probably even walk to some of the bases of the trails depending on where they are. So it was ranked #1 on niche.com. #1 neighborhood in Phoenix, above places like Chandler, like Peoria, like I was talking about, and it has an A+ rating. And it also has an A rating in public schools. So that's a huge reason why it was rated so high, are because of the public schools that it has access to. So Basis Ahwatukee is highly recommended. There's Baseless Chandler, which is right next to Ahwatukee, so your kids could easily go there. There's a Great Heart School in Ahwatukee, which is highly esteemed, and there's plenty of great private schools as well. It also has an A diversity rating, and it was rated the #1 place to raise a family in Phoenix. Those are some impressive feats that Ahwatukee has, so it definitely is highly rated, and the numbers prove it. If you're interested in buying a home here and living in Ahwatukee, the median sale price is $493,000. That's the average or median in the last 60 days. Currently, there's 123 homes for sale, so there's quite a few options. The lowest end you'll find is around $350,000 for a smaller house, but they go all the way up to $2 million for the homes for sale. The more northern part of Ahwatukee, which is the actual Ahwatukee subdivision, is a little bit older, so built in like the 70s and 80s. And the more southern part, which Foothills is the kind of largest and most known community down there, that's a little bit newer. You'll find some homes built in the 2000s there. And as you can tell, so they also have a downtown area as we drive through, and most importantly, it has a Hobby Lobby and a Target, so that qualifies my wife for being allowed to live somewhere. Who cares about anything else? As long as it has those 2 stores, it is a livable spot, she says. So yes, it has a little bit of a downtown area. It's not known for its nightlife at all, but it's got some restaurants. It's got plenty of stores. It's got a shopping center. And some of the better things to do is, one of them is the Sunday Farmers Market that they hold from 9 to 1 p.m. Every single Sunday. They've got fresh produce and locally grown things there, so that's always something worth checking out. And you actually have 2 casinos close by. So if you're into that at all, there's the Gila River V Cueva Casino. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But you also have the Wild Horse Pass Casino, which is a little bit better in my opinion, a little bit larger, that is. I don't know about better, but larger, more things to do. They have this indoor Topgolf thing, which is unique. I don't understand the whole thing, haven't been to it, but it's fairly unique. And you also have the Rawhide Rodeo area down there, so that's where they do things like hold rodeos, and it's just a cool western town over there to check out. Some more fun things they do inside the community. They have the annual chili cook-off in this community. It's a big deal. You get to bring your chili and see if it rates compared to other people's. And not to mention, you have the Pima Canyon hiking trail, which is over a 10-mile trail that you can hike around South Mountain. And not to mention, they have plenty of local coffee shops and restaurants that you can check out. So there are great things to do in Ahwatukee. It is very highly rated with its public schools, with its diversity. It's the #1 rated place to raise a family. There are so many great aspects of Ahwatukee, and it's a very desirable place to live. It's very quiet. You're very separated from any other community. It tends to have lower crime than its surrounding cities. So that is why Ahwatukee rated #1. If you're interested in living in a place like this, I'd love to help you out. My number is on the screen, so feel free to reach out to me, and hopefully you learned something about Ahwatukee today.